Hello and welcome to See Nobody Cares. I am your host, Ollie Schaus. With me, as always, this beautiful guy, Ballgame. How you doing, Ballgame?
Very nice.
It's been a minute since we recorded something. We got another comic-related show for you today. We're going to bring on Chris Killian and Andrew Sanders, who have a pretty cool book to tell us about. So
No relation to Colonel Sanders.
No, well, we can ask him.
Let's do it.
Guys?
Hello. Actually, Colonel Sanders is how he got his family fortune. A lot of people don't know that, but that's how that background is behind him. You think that you could just get that any old.
That's where I keep the secret spices.
Damn, I knew I smelled 11 herbs and spices. I knew it.
So fun fact, he's not a military colonel, he's a Kentucky colonel. My grandfather, Ollie Sr., was also a Kentucky colonel. So I have a plaque that has his name on it. He became a colonel in like 1967 or something crazy like that.
So how did you go from Kentucky to ending up in Arizona?
Well, their story, my grandparents' story was they were actually driving to California and they were going to buy a junkyard. That was going to be their business. They were going to work on cars and drive a wrecker, or that was their plan. And their car broke down in Tucson, Arizona, and they bought that place instead and never left.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's Andrew and I, we ended up in Tennessee because our grandpa was hunted by the mafia.
Interesting.
Now, you might not have known this ball game, but Andrew and I are actually brothers. He's my little brother. We have different last names. We have different last names because I took on a stage name. I'm not going to tell you what my real last name is, but but I have a stage name, and that's why we have different last names now.
Awesome. Okay.
I mean, logic would tell me that your last name is Sanders, but maybe he's got a stage name too.
We are still hiding from the mafia.
Yeah, we've got like it's a Charlie Sheen, Emilio Estevez type thing happening here.
That's exactly
the vibe I'm getting.
Best way to
we're gonna leave it up for the audience though to decide which one of you is Charlie Sheen.
And which one of us has HIV.
I didn't say it.
Wow.
So, Ollie, how does one become a Kentucky colonel? Is that like how I became a lord in Ireland? I just sent them $1 in the mail, and I got a little plot of land, so now I'm a lord? Is it the same thing?
I don't know. It's an honorary thing. So, I want to say, the governor can appoint Kentucky colonels and, attorney.
In the name of the thigh, the breast, and the wing, we salute you, the Kentucky colonel.
That's exactly how it works. I have
let's get to our guest. Let's stop talking about chicken.
All right. So Chris Killian with your stage name. So let's see. You're a comedian. You're a host for comicbook.com for all those amazing interviews. And you've added comic book writer to that. What else do you do?
I was a pro wrestler, actually.
What?
Yeah, that's a true story. That was my first occupation right out of high school. I went to school for it. I was a professional wrestler for about 3-4 years before Andrew? Before I broke my back?
Yeah, that's about right.
Wow.
All right. What was every pro wrestler has their signature finishing move? We got to know, Chris, what was your signature finishing move?
So my signature finishing move was called the Glimpse of Stardom, and it was like a tombstone pile driver, except I would scoop their legs underneath my arms and drop them down. And I murdered 3 people with that.
Okay.
Why we had to change our name? I get it now. Okay.
Can I find
they were related to the mafia, so that's why you're in hiding. I get it. Okay, cool.
You're piecing it together.
So are there YouTube videos of this?
Yeah, there are actually. I'll send you one afterwards.
All right. I'm interest is piqued.
Okay.
I didn't know there were still videos around. I'm interested now too.
I've been uncovered, Andrew. The internet sleuth figured out that I have wrestling videos out there.
I'm surprised it took that long.
Yeah, I know. I did. Yeah. I mean,
You would do terrible in an interrogation, Chris, because you gave that information up
Yeah,
so
like right away.
we didn't have to dig at all.
Oh, okay. Well,
Andrew,
you asked if I did anything else. So I was like, yeah, sure. I'll tell you. I also was a massage therapist.
At the same time?
Obviously.
All right.
I'm kind of a small guy, so you don't get ahead in professional wrestling unless you also happen to be a massage therapist.
All right. So, Andrew, do you have a history of like driving like monster trucks or something or Monster Jam? No, nothing like that?
No, I don't have anything fun I've done in my past. It's all just boring work jobs and stuff. Nothing nice.
Yin and yang in it here. I love it.
Yeah.
So, so before we get too deep into your book that's coming, so how did you wind up at comicbook.com, Chris?
So yeah, I mean I was doing stand up for a long time. I've been doing stand up since like 2009 ish, and I had an agent, and I had started doing commercials and things like that. And honestly, I was just kind of burnt out on being on the road. And there was a startup, comicbook.com, that had been in Nashville for about a year, and they were looking for hosts. And so my agent got wind of it, and she's like, I know you're a giant nerd because you've talked about your comic books to me before. And so is this something that you'd be interested in doing? And at the time they were looking for like after show hosts, you know, like the way they used to have the Talking Dead after Walking Dead. You remember that back in the day?
Yeah.
They were looking for hosts like that, but they wanted to do it for like Gotham and the Flash and things like that. And so, yeah, I actually had to audition for it. And they ended up signing me, and it's sort of that ended up not lasting very long, the whole after show host thing, but it sort of snowballed into me doing junkets and the interviews that I do now. And yeah, it's just turned into this other thing.
That's so awesome. I got to sit in on one of the interviews you did here in San Diego, which was really cool.
Oh yeah, who was that?
That was the Winnie the Pooh guy.
Yeah, Jim Cummings.
And, Jim Cummings. That was super cool.
Yeah,
mainly because I know him from Darkwing Duck.
That's why I wanted to talk to him too. Everybody was like, "That's Winnie the Pooh," and I was like, "No, that's Darkwing."
Let's get dangerous.
I am the terror that flaps in the night. That's the worst Darkwing of all time. I don't know. Ballgame, do you know who Darkwing is and what he sounds like?
Oh yeah, I was a big after school Darkwing Duck fan.
Hell yeah, bro! Fist bump, boom, there it is.
There it is.
James, you got a good Darkwing Duck?
No, I don't do duck. I don't speak duck.
None of them?
I think Andrew does.
Nope,
I'm looking at Andrew right now, and I think he's
No.
got a good Fenton crack shell. I think that's what he's sitting on there, a little Fenton crack shell.
No.
We're gonna tease some hidden talents out of you tonight, Andrew. We're gonna find.
I know. I'm sorry.
Nothing.
No, I don't do voices. I'm not. Chris does all the talented
Come
stuff.
on, show him your foghorn leghorn. I know he's not technically a duck, but
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I've been working on a Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb. When the whole I stayed out of ya.
Oh, I thought that was just Hitler. I didn't.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Oh, wow, that was aggressive.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Did that sound like we're not going there. Not on this show. That's not us. Not at all. So the two of you.
Awkward silence.
Say what? Sorry, repeat that, Ollie.
Oh, I say you guys wrote something together.
Yep.
We could just cut all this out. It's fine.
This is great. What are you talking about? It's fantastic. So yeah, both of you had the idea of co-writing something. Tell us about it.
Go on, Andrew.
Come on. Well, we both went to school for English, and like we both were interested in creative writing and stuff like that. And I started writing screenplays, and that's kind of been my general area of focus. I've really enjoyed that and reading screenplays and books on writing. And I was in a competition, and my prompts were to write a horror Christmas or like a horror holidays, and I came up with like a huge list of stuff, and I read it through with Chris, trying to pick up some stuff, and he kind of like played with some of my ideas, and we came up with this.
Andrew's first idea, which is also not a bad idea, but the one thing that he read off to me that I really liked was like Santa Claus, but he lands in a haunted house. And I was like, I like that. What if he instead of like landing in a haunted house, what if there's like a serial killer who hates Santa Claus and he leaves a dead family for Santa to find every Christmas Eve. And that was really that kind of the crux of that. And I was already talking to Todd about doing some Sam and Twitch stuff. And so we just brainstorming and we're just like, it'd be kind of crazy if this was like in the Spawn universe. And we took some strings and tied it together and made it make sense in a few areas. But that's really the long and short of it there.
Well, that kind of answers what my next question was going to be. Like, was this some kind of like late night what if scenario you guys came up with? But it sounds like it was brewing for a while.
Yeah, I mean, more than anything, I think so. It just felt like a really interesting, and I've always been a big fan anyway, and I think Andrew probably is too, of like the holiday themed kind of stuff. I love like Christmas specials and Halloween specials, and I just don't think there's enough of them. And one thing I think that Spawn has always has been missing has been a real Christmas themed sort of thing. And so I ended up asking Todd. I mean, that's how this whole thing kicked off. Was I at New York Comic Con last year, I was just like, Todd, I was like, does Santa Claus exist in the Spawn universe? And he was like, I guess he could. Why are you asking me? And so I ended up telling him the idea that Andrew and I had, and he was very nice, and he sat through the whole thing, and it was probably like a 10-minute spiel that I did, and then he was like, Chris, I got to be honest, when you first asked me if Santa existed in the Spawn universe, I thought you were going to tell me something really corny and this was going to be stupid, but that's actually pretty badass. So
blatant, love it.
Yeah, so he liked it. Yeah, I also my Todd impression is probably pretty bad too. It's not as bad as my Darkwing, but.
So, guys, you guys are siblings and you write together. Tell me how that works, because if I was writing with my sibling, that could work really well some days, and other days we could be scrapping and pummeling one another.
Yeah,
so how does it work?
Like, together, I think there'd be a lot of fist fights, but luckily he's in North Dakota. I'm in
we
Tennessee.
Pull our punches. So
we do pull our punches.
Yeah.
But like, so do you guys like take different pages? Do you write together? How does it work?
We basically just brainstorm while we're on walks or working out and stuff, and then one of us goes back and kind of writes out what we were talking about, and then we kind of just go from there and see how it works.
Yeah.
So you guys like, go ahead, Chris.
No, I was just gonna say, I would say that a lot of brainstorming together, and then one of us will sort of take the lead on it. And there's been cracks at different stories. I mean, because we've written more than just this together. So sometimes like Andrew would write the action and I'd write the dialogue, and then and then I have something to say about his action, and he'd have something to say about my dialogue, and we just kind of cross-pollinate in that sort of way. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, inspiring artists want to know, we do the deep digging here. So you just said you collaborate while you work out. That's what gets your juices going. Mm-hmm. So what type of working out are we doing to get these juices flowing?
I prefer walking and jogging. That's my go-to right now. Just a nice tranquil walk while there's not 8 feet of snow on the ground. So
the hell is snow?
Yeah, right.
So, what about you, Chris? Pumping iron while we do it. Yeah, I'm. You can't tell underneath this Masters of the Universe hoodie that I'm rocking right now, but super jacked.
Yeah,
I mean, I could tell.
So many.
All right.
I can't tell if it's sarcasm or not. I'm gonna believe you. I'm gonna take it your word. Super jacked.
I like being in that middle area where you're not sure or not. I mean,
that's why you wear. That's why
I'm either such a liar or I'm incredibly conceited, which is.
It's why you wear the hoodie, and then every once in a while you have to just reach back and the hoodie comes up and shows like the 6-pack, and people know.
Six
all.
pack.
That's all.
More like 8.
8.
You gotta get those lower ones down there. Those are the hard ones to get.
Well, I can tell.
I didn't
I
wanna
can tell
say it.
Chris has been doing 7-minute abs. I can tell.
7-minute abs. Is that from There's Something About Mary?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
7-minute abs.
We guarantee the same workout as the 8-minute guys, or we send you the last minute for free.
Yeah. 7 monkeys swinging on a branch, eating lots of sunflowers at my uncle's ranch. You know that old fairy tale.
Children's tale, obviously. Yeah.
So the title is I Saw Santa, right?
Mhm.
Usually Spawn stories are really super dark. Are we expecting the same kind of tone from this story?
Oh, I would argue that it might be darker than you're expecting.
Well,
I think what we have is something. There you go. Yeah. That's 5 pages in, my friend.
wow. Yeah. I didn't put on the image of what's in the boxes. I thought we'd leave that for the readers.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil any surprises.
Yeah.
So
I'd say it's dark.
without any spoilers, we know that we're assuming Santa is a character. Are there any other characters you want to tell us about to get the readers going?
Well, I think yes. The killer is a character that Andrew and I have come up with that I think we're both very excited about. I think he's probably as evil as anybody you could imagine in the Spawn universe. He's a truly awful, awful person. Wouldn't you say, Andrew?
Oh, the worst. The worst. Well, you have Santa, who is like the most innocent, nice person.
Yeah,
I
do
the
think
exact opposite.
Yeah, I think it's important to sort of I think one thing that was very important for me and Andrew to get across was, we didn't want this to be like a Violent Night rendition, right? Where like Santa's kind of a badass. Our Santa Claus in the Spawn universe is the sweetest, most benevolent old guy that you could like, somebody who could not be more aghast at violence.
He's not jaded at all. Like
no, he and so for him to come across the things that he's going to come across in this book is well, I mean, you just feel bad for him. You just feel real bad for the guy. And I think that I mean, it's, obviously I think the book is a lot of fun and pulpy and dark and all these things, but I do think Andrew and I discussed a lot of sort of I think there's some motifs that we really wanted to get to here, some things we wanted to scratch beneath the surface. And I think for me, one was like, what happens with a character like that? Like, because bad things happen to good kids, you know what I mean? And I think that we really wanted to sort of get to the heart of that, is like, if there's this really benevolent sort of a spirit like Santa Claus who does all this great stuff for the children of the world. I mean, how does he feel when bad things happen to those children? I mean, could he stop it? Could he not stop it? Does he have a hand in it in any sort of way? If he knows the things that are happening but can't do anything to prevent it, what does that guy feel like?
Now, if you were going to compare your Santa to a movie Santa, is he Kurt Russell? Is he Tim
Allen? He's totally Tim Allen. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I mean, let's see what he looks like here. So we've got some pretty. I mean, that's classic Santa right there, right? Yeah,
that's really what we told the artists when they were asking, about it. I mean, we really wanted to push for like Coca-Cola Santa, like Norman Rockwell Santa. We wanted like Santa in his most classic American form, the thing that you like, the Santa that's in the zeitgeist. Like I would say
on 34th Street.
Yeah, Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah, that guy. I mean, really a sweetheart of a man, and just being witness to, as you can see, just the worst possible things that you could do to that guy.
So we're not going to ruin Santa for any kids out there or any grown-ups that read this, right? So Santa is still Santa.
No, Santa is he's
Santa.
Santa. I would say that if any that we're ruining things for Santa.
Yeah.
That's a good
That's
twist.
a good way to put it. Yeah.
You son of a bitch! Why would
I
you
know.
do that?
You hate to see him go through it, but it's a horror story. Like,
It's-
and it's a horror story for Santa Claus.
Yeah,
like, you
through
see
and
that.
through. It is a horror story for Santa Claus. It's a great way to put it, Andrew. That's really solid. But that's exactly what this is, and I think that a reader with any heart whatsoever is going to really reel at what we do to Santa.
So, what was the hardest part of writing this together? Like, was there a part where you got to like, oh my gosh, this whole thing is insane, but like, let's do it anyway?
Yeah. Holy shit, there's some stuff. I can't talk about it. I don't want to spoil it. And I know Andrew and I both have some things. Twofold. First off, the art inside by Thomas Knockler. I mean, Thomas, I cannot praise Thomas enough. I mean, the man is a machine, and he is putting out some of the best work of his career. That I mean, he was already an incredible artist, but I think the story has really excited him. And I think some of the ideas that Andrew and I have presented has really given him room to spread his wings, if you will. Sure. And there's definitely been some stuff where I've been like, damn, Thomas, like maybe we should pull it back a hair. Like that's and you know, Thomas is German. So of course, no, he doesn't want to at all. He's like full bore ahead. But no, there is some stuff that like I said, I don't want to even hint at spoiling it, but there's some crazy things that we're going to see in this book.
Well, I'd be curious after I noticed there's a number 1 on here. This is a series, not a single issue, right? This isn't a one shot.
Yeah, it's a mini series. Both it's 2 issues. They're both double size. Nice. So I want to say they're 48 pages a piece. And so the first one's coming out November 26th. And I believe we just got word that the second one is going to be hitting December 24th. So right in time.
Christmas Eve.
Right on Christmas Eve. Yeah. So perfect stocking stuffer.
Well, I would love to reconnect afterwards to find out what was left out. What was so hardcore bonkers, like we can't even publish this. There's got to be something.
Yeah, there's a couple of things I think.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten any pushback from Todd. Like, I was expecting some, like, maybe bring this in a little bit, but he's been very hands off.
Yeah,
like, Todd's do what we want.
Todd's been very supportive in all the right ways. I think he's ready for us to piss a lot of people off.
All right, perfect. So
well, that kind of led us to.
Go ahead, James.
That led us to kind of our next question. So, like, Todd involved in the process, was it he, like you said, hands off? So you guys had free reins, no restriction, like. Sky's the limit.
Yeah, I mean the process is not over with yet, right? I mean the book still. I mean Todd's still gonna, from what I've been told, is gonna go over the script and I mean he's read the first script, but like now with the artwork, like the lettering and everything, I don't know what if Todd's gonna want to make any little changes to it or not. But I would say for the most part, both Todd and Thomas Healy, the editor-in-chief, have been they've had very little to say about it. They've been like, we love the story. We think that you're making something really special here. And they have not had a ton of input in that way. There's not been anything we've had to correct. Andrew and I also did, like, we really wanted this to be like a love letter or a Christmas gift, as it were, to Spawn fans. Right. And so the whole book is just littered with Spawn Easter eggs. So I think that like a lot of like keen-eyed, fans are really going to be able to pick up on little things here and there that's from other books. So,
well, and for those that aren't familiar with work or never worked with Todd, that's very unlike Todd. Like he likes to tinker, he likes to meddle, he likes to, I'm going to change the name, or I need this panel here, or I'm going to change this. He does stuff like that all the time. So for him to basically be, what is it, laissez-faire with this? Yeah. That's amazing.
That's what I've heard. I mean, this is our first time really working with him, and I've heard those stories as well. But no, he's been very supportive and gung ho for just about any idea that we've thrown at this thing. So he's and they both him and Healy both have. So
All right.
Well,
It's very exciting.
I can already tell you why he's not messing with you.
Why?
Look at Andrew over here. Look how intense this guy is. Like, I don't want to whatever you want,
When
Andrew.
you see some of the demented stuff that's going on in this book, there's a high chance that one of us is a serial killer. And
It's always the quiet ones.
probably the one with the sheet hanging up behind.
No,
Yeah.
come on, guys, come on. Don't bring heat on me. Like, come on.
Yeah, Andrew's covering up his kill room with a bed sheet.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, my mind's been racing. What's behind the curtain? What's behind the sheet?
Nothing good. Nothing good.
So we're gonna pop into a segment on our show that we haven't done in a while, and it's James' five random questions. And before we do that, though, I want to take a quick walk through these covers because there's some really cool ones. So tell me the artist on this one.
So this is Marco, and I don't want to butcher his last name at all. So, do you know how to pronounce it, Andrew? I need to do my due diligence and learn how to pronounce this correctly. Failla, Failla, and I have not met him in person. Failla, I'm not sure.
We'll go with it. All right.
Either way, Marco, if you're watching this, I apologize humbly. And when we meet, I'm going to buy you the biggest beer. I'm going to buy you a whole round of them for butchering your name and also doing this this cover. Now, this cover is by my friend Todor Hristov, a Bulgarian artist who is just fantastic. Not enough people know Todor's name. His work is incredible. And when he read the story, he knows how much I am an admirer of the movie Seven. I love everything about it. I think it's a perfect movie. The tone of it, everything. And we have a little, I mean, obviously you saw, the first murder with the boxes. And so he wanted to do a little Seven homage. So that's what this cover is a little Brad Pitt homage with Santa Claus in his place.
What's in the box? Love it. All right. We got this one.
Yes, so this is by Brett Booth, inked by Daniel Henriquez, and just fantastic work here. This is going to be for number 2. So this is cover A for our second part. Hey. And I just love it because it's got everything here, right? I mean, you see Spawn and Sam and Twitch's heads on the mantle behind Santa, and just the dismembered bodies hanging from the Christmas lights. I love this cover. I'm so in love with it. It's beautiful.
A nice shout out to a former guest on the See Nobody Cares podcast, Daniel Enriquez.
Daniel's just such a sweetheart. I love Daniel.
He's a really fun guy. His approach to writing was pretty funny, and he's like, I write, and then he killed 300 men, and then Glapian needs to draw it. Like, why does that take so long? So I didn't want to show all of the covers, but I definitely wanted to show this last one because it's my favorite. And it's going to take up a lot more room here.
Oh, man. This is so, yeah, hope by the time this comes out, everybody should know this is a Greg Capullo cover. The fact that this is our first comic book ever, and the fact that we have a Greg Capullo cover is just still blowing my mind. I just saw this for the first time like a week ago. And I don't. What's your take on it, Andrew? Because I'm still a little. It's hard for me to even contain my excitement for seeing this cover.
Oh, I think I mean it is what it is. Greg Capullo is a legend, and to have a legend do a cover that's amazing. We couldn't have asked for a higher honor, coming out of the gate. So
yeah, and it's such a creepy cover, and it doesn't get. I mean, all of these covers are so creepy, and they don't give anything away, and that I just love. Man, all the covers that I've seen have just been blowing my mind. I mean, it just the talent behind all of these is just incredible. I cannot wait for people to get their hands on this.
Now, it's safe to say I'm not looking at Santa Claus here.
I'm not going to give anything away.
All right, I'll take it.
I play this game with people all the time for a living, so I have to, actually, funny enough, I was just on set on Star Wars, and I was interviewing Dave Filoni in London a couple of days ago, not to name drop, but I only bring this up because anytime I would ask Dave a spoilery question, he would just look at me and go, "That's a great question." And then he just wouldn't say anything else. And I was like, that's a really good way to handle that, actually, jotting down some notes. So, Ollie, that was a great question.
You're channeling your inner Marshawn Lynch. Thank you for that question. Thank you. So those of our listeners who don't know the name Capullo, long time he did Batman for years. He did Spawn and Batman. He's at Marvel doing Wolverine.
I think he's just doing Deadpool. What was the book that just came out? It's like Deadpool and something. I'm blanking
Deadpool
on
and Batman.
No, is it? No, I don't think so.
It is a crossover, something like that, though.
Yeah. And again, I apologize because I'm still a little jet lagged from London, and two, I'm very hungover because my birthday was this weekend. And by the way, when this airs, today is Andrew's birthday. So
happy birthday, Andrew!
We should have had a cake.
I had one already. You're good.
Andrew is spending the last night of his 30s with you guys.
Yep.
Wow. Well, when you turn 40, ibuprofen becomes one of your daily vitamins.
Yeah.
It's I tell people that's when the warranty expires. You turn 40 and things just start falling apart.
Oh God, that's already been happening. So.
Oh, it gets worse.
But yeah, this cover with the Northern Lights behind it and everything. I mean, God, it's just gorgeous. I'm so excited for people. I mean, as we talk about it right now, like the internet has not seen this cover yet, and I mean, I know they will have by the time this airs, but holy crap, I'm just like over the moon about this cover. It's the coolest thing. That it will be back here shortly, like that. It'll be hanging up.
Nice.
Well. So that's what any final words on I Saw Santa before James gives you probably the craziest questions you're ever going to hear.
No, not when you're going to have a lead in like that. I'm ready to get to these crazy questions.
But they're usually not crazy questions, but they lead to some pretty crazy revelations.
I think for me, I would just say that as a longtime Spawn fan, I mean, I had the very Spawn #1 back in '92 or whenever it was, and I have a whole long box of Spawn comics. I mean, if I was to tell like 12-year-old me that I would have be writing a Spawn book with my brother, I mean, he would have kicked me in the balls and called me a liar. I was such an asshole when I was 12. But I really like, this is just a dream come true, and really, really hope Spawn fans love it. I think we've cooked up something very, very exciting. And so I know we're like new writers, but I hope people give us a shot because it's going to be cool.
I mean, to start with a Spawn universe book as your first book, that's crushing it.
I know.
I had to show this off. So I was 12 when I got this issue of Wizard. I've kept it forever, and this is the first thing I ever had Todd sign. This ratty, beat up issue of Wizard from January of '94.
Dude, and don't you miss Wizard? God, I miss Wizard. I loved Wizard magazine.
James, do you know Wizard magazine?
I do not.
Okay, I'm going to sum it up for you. It was Beckett for comic books.
Oh, okay. I know Beckett, so if it's the same thing for comic books, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So in the back, you got like comic book, assumed values or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, this was all articles and.
Yeah, it was articles, and you would like learn, like there'd be articles about like the heroes, and you'd learn about the artists and the writers and the books coming out that you would like. I just remember so many like articles and previews in Wizard that would like get me so hyped about stuff that was going to be hitting the shelves that, I'd loved Wizard.
This was comicbook.com before comicbook.com. This is where you got that.
I would argue that was better, but but it's only because I like tangible things.
Right. I like having things in my hands. All right, gentlemen, we're gonna jump into just a few fun questions. Sometimes they're fun, sometimes they're not, but it's all designed to learn a little bit more about you guys and give our listeners that don't know the comics maybe something to look forward to or learn. But before I get into those, I do have a personal question I have to ask. So I have a 12-year-old little boy in the room next door right now, and he's playing with his Legos and doing the stop motion camera work. I will get him your book when it comes out in November. I just need to know how much trouble am I going to get in from my wife? Like, how much trouble do I need to be prepared for?
Okay.
What kind of movies does he watch? Horror movies? Like, what's the level?
He loves Stranger Things right now
Okay.
on TV. He's a big Stranger Things fan. He has seen a few of the horror classics from like the 80s and early 90s. Nothing from recent.
Okay, so show him Human Centipede, and then you won't get in trouble for our comic book. Okay.
You're throwing House of a Thousand Corpses too, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Hey, Andrew,
ours isn't nearly that bad. But
Andrew, I'm gonna need your phone number so my wife can call you.
no,
after
I don't
tell
have one.
Human
I don't have
Centipede.
one.
Yeah. So I think that's probably what started this process for Andrew and myself, was that like our grandma, who was the sweetest lady in the world, like she wouldn't even say fart around us. She would say break wind, like the
cheese.
just the nicest woman you could imagine, but would let us watch the worst horror movies before we had any right to be watching horror movies. I mean, we were going on like Friday the 13th and Child's Play marathons when we were 5.
Yeah.
I mean, so we are like messed us up something fierce. I think 12 is safe. But I would say it's a bit graphic, but it's no nudity. So if you're classically American prude, it's not a problem. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, murder's okay, but don't show us nipples.
We can dismember people, show blood and guts, but yeah, no nipples.
No nipples. Actually, I take that back.
Wait,
there is a little Santa Claus nudity in there.
Yeah.
There is some Santa Claus nudity.
Oh,
I spoke too soon.
Okay.
I remembered that I wanted to have something to break the internet when it comes out. So
all right.
Yeah.
If I wasn't in before, I'm in now. Is it full frontal Santa nudity?
We won't say.
You have to buy the book. Wait and
Is
see.
that a good question? Is that another good
It's a great question.
It's a great question. Ollie got really excited about Santa Claus nudity. It's pulled out too. Okay, it's a bit off. All right, we're gonna move on. This next question we ask to everybody that comes on the show, and unfortunately, we have caused divorce, we've caused breakups, families have been divided, and now that we've never had siblings on to answer this question. So, but it's caused friction and debate, and it's really a simple question. What is your stance when it comes to pineapple on pizza?
Oh God, nah.
Get it out of there.
No, Andrew.
No.
High five. High five.
That way.
They
were this way on mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's
no. Chris down there. That's Andrew right there. James over there. I don't know.
But yeah, Andrew and I like the same boring pizza. We're both pepperoni guys. That's all we eat.
Wow.
Pepperoni, red sauce, cheese, mozzarella. That's it.
The classic, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, none of that pineapple bullshit. Jeez, what is that?
Now, the demographic that you would most hear that type of answer from tends to be the boomers that we interview on the show. They're all anti-pineapple, man.
We have old souls.
Yeah.
Old souls. So, we ask this question a lot because it reveals a lot about people, and so we can now pretty much determine the rest of your lives based on that question alone and how you responded. So
I can determine the rest of my life based on that question too. I mean, I'm definitely going to have colon cancer. I've eaten a lot of pepperoni pizza.
Actually, no, I'm concerned about the rest of this interview. Are you guys pineapple people?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Pineapple people. What do you mean, you people?
Our rule is don't yuck someone else's yum.
Okay. I'm a guest. I'm a guest.
That's fair.
So like, people make the argument about, well, it's a fruit. Well, you know what? So is a tomato. right?
Like
Like,
I've had Hawaiian pizza. It's fine, but it's nothing I would ever order.
I will say too that my wife loves pineapple on her pizza.
Yeah, my
we're still
significant
married.
other does too.
So
she's good people. All right.
yeah. So
we're around good people.
we're still together. Yeah, exactly.
She falls into the pineapple people category.
Yeah. We definitely leech off of good people, so it's fine.
All right. Well, we didn't divide a family today, ball game.
Okay.
All right. So now you guys are used to creating conflict in stories and having gory fight scenes. So I want the two of you to collaborate on a fight scene to the death, and I want you to tell us who would win in this battle between the Hamburglar and Grimace.
Oh wow! I thought I thought for a second you were going to say Ollie and Ballgame, and I was about to go to work. I was like, all right, here we go. But
well, you can do that one after Grimace and Hamburger. We'd love to hear that too.
Well, how what's the rating for this podcast?
Yeah, and why is Mac Tonight not in this? Mac Tonight's the most serial killer of all of them. So
I mean, it's in his name, right?
Yeah.
That seems obvious.
I'm going to say, first off, Hamburglar's a bitch, and I think that Grimace is gonna just smother that mofo to death. Just sit on him with his big purple ass, and just put him down. You know what I mean? Grimace.
I did not have McDonald's face sitting on the bingo card for this episode. So
I think that should be the thumbnail of this. I think that you should put that on YouTube and watch the clicks come in. I do think though that I think Hamburglar's probably going to steal the wrong hamburger. And how graphic do you want to make this, Andrew?
As graphic as you want. We have no rating here. We're all bar.
Does Grimace have a vagina?
Wait.
He has a cloaca.
I never considered
you tell me.
Of Grimace. I don't know. I think
there's so many changes we have to make.
Grimace has a cloaca.
Grimace have a weapon. Let's start there. Does Hamburglar and Grimace have a weapon? What are their weapons of choice, Andrew? Let's figure this out.
Cholesterol.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think Hamburglar definitely has a spatula.
Okay.
Is that the proper terminology for the flat?
Yeah, the
flipper.
Burger with.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he should also have a prison shiv.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. At first, I was like, why? But then he's clearly. He's clearly.
He's been in the system.
Yeah, maybe that plate that he's carrying the burgers on has like a serrated edge.
Mm-hmm. There is something hollow about his eyes, though. I called him a bitch before, and the closer you brought that card, I was like, I don't know. There's an emptiness in there that concerns me. He's got one tooth too, so I mean, he could punch your jugular with that thing. Exactly. Probably like pop an aluminum can with that thing. He could open soup, is what I'm saying.
I think Burglar's going to get it. Now that we get more into it, I think he's got better weapons. I don't think Grimace has anything.
Yeah, but Grimace, how malleable is he though? You know what I mean? Like he looks awfully like he could try to bite him, but it just doesn't puncture through because he's so marshmallow-ish.
Yeah, is he soft like a peep, or does he have the texture of like a eggplant?
Yeah, like Blob from the X-Men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you just can't get through that guy.
Yeah.
Also,
well, then we're back to the sitting.
What does Grimace smell like, you think? See, that's where you start as a writer. It's the senses. You have to fill up the senses.
I feel like he smells like grape jelly.
But yeah, grape jelly, but like without sugar. You know what I mean? Like more like a wine jelly.
All right, or like wine that you left out for a week.
Yeah.
All right.
You poured some fiber in there, and you know how it congeals.
Cool. Some Metamucil.
Yeah, exactly. Some unflavored Metamucil right into the wine. Wait a week.
That's how you make a Grimace.
Nasty. So what's the verdict, Andrew? Who won?
I've lost the thread. Grimace. Let's just go with Grimace.
I think Ronald McDonald came in and murdered both of them.
I'll go with that. That sounds plausible to me.
He was jealous of all the attention they just got in this conversation.
I'm curious for the Ollie Ballgame outcome.
I mean, I think. What do you think, Andrew?
No, I'll leave this one to you.
All right. Well, I would say that Ballgame's got better weapons behind him.
He's got a Louisville Slugger back there.
Exactly.
Speaking of,
have you not to segue here, but have you ever brought Todd on this show? Because he would love to just talk baseball with you.
You know, I would love to pitch that idea to him. Maybe I'll run into him at New York Comic Con next week, but
you should have him on. Say we only want to talk about baseball, and he will do it. Todd would say no to that.
James, what do you think? You want to talk baseball with Todd McFarlane?
Why would you assume that I would talk baseball? Why would you make that assumption? I feel like I'm being unfairly labeled right now.
Maybe you should change your background. Maybe blur that out, James.
Maybe I should get a sheet.
Did you get to hold Todd's World Series balls? His baseballs.
Did you hold Todd's balls, Ollie? Have you held his balls?
I can confirm I have not touched any of
How recent? Because in the past, yes, but maybe not in the last couple of years.
No, did you, Chris?
Yeah, I did. I got to tour. We did a show together. This is actually when I first asked about pitching him something. I interviewed Todd for about 7 hours.
You went to the warehouse.
Yeah, I went to the warehouse and everything. Yeah, I was there in Arizona. And we went through all of his collectibles that he has. I mean, he showed me like his original art from Spawn #1, and then all of his World Series balls. I got to put Madonna's brassiere that he's got. He has an actual Madonna, and I wore it. I put it on. It was
like a virgin.
There's got to be a photo of that too, right?
There is a photo of that. I think
that's the thumbnail.
I think it's on my Instagram.
That's happening.
But
I will ask him if I get to see him in New York. I'll ask him if he wants to come on. We don't want to talk Spawn. We don't talk. We can just talk baseball and just let him go.
Well, then when you get him on the podcast, just talk about I Saw Santa. Like, trick him.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spawn's great and all that thing, but this Santa thing—that's where it's at, man.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to give it to Ballgame on the fight, because first off, he's got a nickname. It's Ballgame, and Ollie. Ollie's a very nice name. It does not sound like a guy who's a fighter, and then he's got a lot of weapons. So I think on that basis alone, I'm gonna have to give it to. It's gonna be a fight, though. I think that you'd put up a hell of a fight, Ollie.
You know what? I think we'd both take one swing at each other and feel so awful, and then we would just hug it out and probably cry a little bit and go out for a beer.
But the readers want to know, is there nudity?
No. In our fight, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely.
Now,
what else you got for us, James?
All right, this is the last one, gentlemen. And I used to ask this question, and we had a ton of different answers. Like I was not well versed in people's last wishes. So I used to ask the question of people, like, when you die, do you want to be buried or cremated? But we've actually gotten so many different outside the box answers that we just keep asking. So like it's a morbid question, but people do want to know, like, when you go, how do you want the next phase of your life to be? Or not life, I guess, but
what do you want the people left here to do with what's left of you?
All right, I'll let Andrew go with this first.
Well, the fun answer would be a parachute. Just get me up there and throw me out and see where it lands. I like to do woodworking, so my goal before I die is to turn a bunch of little urns for people. So when I die, they can cremate me and put a little bit of a mash in each urn, and then like Chris can have a little urn, and our other brother can have a little urn.
I'm your big brother. I'm going to go before you. What are you talking about?
If you don't. But if you do go before me, if you get buried, they can dig up a little spot and they can put my little urn right above your grave and then close it, and I'll be right there with you.
Andrew,
That is super nice.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a little teary-eyed talking about this, but you know that we're basically like the couple from The Notebook, and if you do go, I'll be gone like later that night.
Oh, you die immediately after me. Oh,
Yeah.
oh. I'll make some urns for you too.
Okay, thanks.
I love that. I love that though. The handmade urns that you made yourself and a little
Yeah,
gift
and then they can just throw it
over.
away. 10 years later, it's fine.
Yeah. Or walk around like Paul Bear did in the 80s with the urn everywhere you go, playing that music.
20 years later, Andrew, when one of your grandkids is like, "What is this shitty wooden urn?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "I don't remember." And
somebody decides to prank you and drill some holes in the top and put it on the dinner table. Oh, the salt and pepper shaker here. Great.
That'd be good.
What about you, Chris?
I mean, truthfully, I want to be neither buried nor cremated. I would prefer Viking funeral.
Yes, that was mine.
That's my real answer. Is definitely a Viking funeral. Now, if money was no object, and I actually believe that one of my family members would do this for me, what I would really like to be done is, I'm going to say it, Andrew. I want to be tied up like a marionette. And
I'll do that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And I want them to play Bye, Bye, Bye at my funeral and raise my corpse out of the casket and freak everybody out and do the Bye, Bye, Bye dance.
I was not expecting that.
So we do that first. We do that first, and then we do the Viking funeral.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Except instead of having one archer that's really good, I want everybody at my funeral to get a bow and arrow and just see what happens.
There might be multiple funerals after that.
That sounds dangerous. We all just everybody stands in a circle around the pyre and just.
So I'm going to add the marionette Viking funeral up to the top of the list of answers we got on here.
That's perfect. That's that. Thank you. That's really, it means so much.
I think my all-time favorite, we had a guest on and just blew our minds. She wanted to, there's a process where they basically take your remains and through the process of like decomposition, osmosis, you become water. And then she wanted to come back as water, and she wanted to have all of her plants in her house watered with her death. We called it death water. And then she wanted spaghetti.
Wow.
Oh man.
Sorry.
That's what we're looking for. That's good TV right there.
Did you guys ever hear how Keith Richards snorted his dad? Like he had his dad cremated and he snorted a line of his dad.
Does not shock me at all.
No, it doesn't. But my point is that Andrew, if you go first, I'll definitely do some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, I hope so.
Spaghetti, you take a little of the urn. He's gonna give you a little urn. Just undo it a little bit in the water. Make some spaghetti, or maybe
you
some
could do
pineapple
it
on pizza.
Well, my wife
all
actually has told me that there's this thing that they do where they will actually they'll cremate you and then they'll press you into a diamond.
Yes.
So if she goes before me, she wants to be pressed into a diamond for my next engagement ring when I get married afterwards.
I thought you were going to say put on the end of it.
So your new wife is going to wear your old wife?
Of course. That's the most romantic thing that I can imagine if I had a dead wife.
Well, what Andrew just said was way more romantic. Did you hear what he said?
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry,
put it on the end of a butt plug. There you go.
I mean, at least he's not wearing it all the time at that point, right?
Not any wife of mine. She sure will be.
The new wife, right?
We're
not going to assume this about the current wife.
No. I don't have any diamond studded butt plugs to give my current wife.
No, she eats pineapple on pizza. She's good people. We
I sure hope
doing the best.
Speaking of Andrew, I hope our wives don't watch this.
I hope they do.
Andrew's wife is probably on the other side of the curtain taking notes. That's
She's back there. She's got the whips and chains ready to go. That's what's back there.
No, she's
she's
finding a lawyer.
She's boiling the spaghetti water right now.
All right. So if Andrew doesn't have a kill room, it's his sex dungeon.
It's my masturbatorium.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm not
definitely a
googling
word.
that. I'm not googling that.
Don't.
Guys,
I wouldn't
this
recommend
was amazing. So I Saw Santa is out when?
November 26th.
All right. And
When's
for
the
our listeners who want to learn more about you, where should they go to follow?
So I'm on Instagram at CK Comedy. Andrew is new to Instagram.
Yeah, you've got to get a pigeon, and then you've got to send a letter to me in North Dakota.
So Instagram for Chris, smoke
Pigeon.
signals for Andrew.
Yeah, that'll work too.
He's working. I'm working on getting him a PO box. No, Andrew's also on Instagram. It's Andrew_Sanders_writer. But he came to Instagram late. There weren't a lot of handles left, so he had to go for a really long one. But yeah, it's November 26th. But pre-order if you can. That would be fantastic, because as you know, in the book business, as I'm quickly learning that like sequels are built on pre-orders. And so, Andrew and I would like to write more. And so the more books we can get sold before it comes out, the better. So thank you guys very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah,
and we look forward to, if this is a success, we can't wait for the next iteration of I Saw the Easter Bunny.
Well,
see where that one takes us.
As long as there are stand-up parents like you, Ballgame, who are willing to buy this for their 12-year-old sons, then
multiple copies too. I can't believe you would do that. That's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice that you're gonna get.
Well, one gets framed, right? One gets framed and put on the wall, and then the other goes into his bedroom, right? That's it.
Yeah, signed by Killian and Sanders, right?
Yeah, we do it.
Yeah, we will just start wandering the plains of North Dakota until we find a room with a sheet, and we'll enter the masturbatorium.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the odds of actually finding him in North Dakota is pretty easy. There's like 7 families and like 18 buffalo there. All right, it should be.
That's about
easy.
right.
Yeah. All right.
Just ask for the ginger. I'm the only one. So.
Oh, the only one in the state. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew, Chris, thank you so much. Can't wait to talk to you guys again. Have a wonderful night. And this drops on Tuesday, the 30th, which is Andrew's birthday. Happy birthday, Andrew.
Happy birthday, Andrew.
And thank you guys.
Happy birthday, boys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.